Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on the channel. The championship is back, which means so are the predictions. And if the championship wasn't already hard to predict, it will be now, especially for the first few rounds, because it is the start of a brand new campaign. So let's get straight into it for my Game Week 1 score predictions of the new 2025-26 EFL Championship season. We start off with Birmingham hosting Ipswich Town. What a first fixture this is. Both of these teams predicted to finish in the top 6. I've got both of these teams to finish in the top 6. And to start us off, I think that this is going to be a great game. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. Absolutely nothing like the start of League One with that Luton and AFC Wimbledon game. I think both of these teams are going to want to get straight into it, especially Birmingham City as well, with all the hype around them at the moment. Of course, Ipswich Town just coming down from the Premier League. I'm going to go 2-2 for this one. Next up, onto the Valley, newly promoted Charlton Athletic taking on Watford. Charlton Athletic has done some pretty good business in the transfer window, I have to say, but so have Watford. There's only one winner for me in this one, and I'm going to go for a 3-1 away victory to the Hornets in this one. On to Coventry City now, where they are taking on Hull City. Coventry City had a great season last season, finished in the playoffs. I think they'll put up a good fight and challenge for those playoffs again this season. Hull City, on the other hand, finished on the complete opposite side of the table, just surviving relegation on the final day. I do think that they are going to improve this season. Few bookies putting them to finish low down again. Some maybe even saying that they're going to get relegated. I do think that they've got something to prove and they are going to finish higher up than they did last season. I do think Hull will survive and finish in mid-table as well come the end of the season. And I think that they are going to get off to a good start in this game as well. I'm going to say a 2-1 away victory to the Tigers in this one. On to St Mary's next, where this is another pretty big one. Southampton taking on Wrexham. Southampton getting relegated from the Premier League again. Wrexham, load of hype around them at the moment. Also, just like Birmingham, themselves coming up from League One last season as well, just like Blues. And, well, you may not like them that much, but Wrexham, they've had a pretty good transfer window, and it looks like they're building a squad to not only stay in the league, but compete for those playoffs also. So I think Wrexham, it's going to be an interesting watch because you can come through non-league, League 2, League 1, get back-to-back promotions or whatever, but the Championship is a different gravy. But if they can cement their place in a solid Championship position, then they're definitely not going to disappear anytime soon. And all the hype around them at the moment as well. I think there's going to be goals in this game, just like the Birmingham and Ipswich one. And I'm going to go for a shock result in this one. I'm going to back a Wrexham win. I'm going to go 3-2. I think we're going to see two teams that are going to be really up for it on the opening day of the season. Move up next to the Riverside Stadium, where Middlesbrough are taking on Swansea City. Middlesbrough were challenging for the playoffs last season. I think they'll be around there again this season. Swansea City, probably another mid-table finish from them again, low to mid-table finish. I expect Middlesbrough to start their campaign off with a win. I'm going to go for a comfortable 3-1 victory here at the Riverside. Next up, onto Carrow Road, Norwich against Millwall. This one's going to be another tight game. Both of these teams going to be on the higher end of the mid-table, maybe even pushing for playoffs come the end of the season. I'll back the home side in this one, only just though. I'm going to go for a 2-1 home win to Norwich City. And then next up, onto the Kazam Stadium, where Oxford United are taking on Portsmouth. Both these teams getting promoted 2 seasons ago from League One into the Championship. Both of them surviving. Both of them going to have to show that they have what it takes to stay in this league, because of course you got to make a solid season out of your second season in a league to really show people that you mean business. And yeah, it's not much between them. I'm going to back the home team due to Oxford having a really good home record last campaign. So I'm going to go for another narrow victory, but 2-1 to Oxford United. And next up, it's my team away at Queen's Park Rangers at Loftus Road. Away day in the capital to start off our campaign, and it was a really bad campaign from us last season, which the bookies normally say we're going to have a bad season anyway, but due to last season, they think we're going to have a really bad campaign this season. I can't really see it, and there's a few concerns on social media, and I do see their point as well. It may be a little bit demoralising when you have a look at our squad on paper, but it has it's a team that can pick results up. I think we'll go back to our usual mid-table position come the end of the season, but it would be an improvement on last season, and it won't be getting relegated either. So positives on that note, but I do think we'll pick up a point on the road in this one. I think there was quite a few draws that involved us last season, and it's just if we can keep drawing away from home but turn those draws that we got at home into wins, then we'll start climbing up the table. I think a point in this for both teams is a fair result. So moving on to the Bet365 Stadium, where Stoke City are taking on Derby County. I think Stoke are going to do a lot better than they did last season. And Derby County, they've had a decent transfer window as well after just surviving last season. And I also think that they are going to build on last season as well. But I am going to back the home team in this one. I think they'll pick up a comfortable 2-0 victory to start things off. On to the Hawthorns, West Bromwich Albion against Blackburn Rovers. West Brom fighting for the playoffs season after season, not making it last season, and it's slowly becoming quite a while since their last game in the Premier League. Of course, you want to bounce back up pretty quickly after your relegation, otherwise you may end up like Norwich and Watford, but you've still got a strong squad, a squad that can compete at the top end of the Championship table. Blackburn, it really is completely random with them. Season after season, they'll be challenging for playoffs, just missing out on 7th. Next season, they'll be at the bottom, fighting at relegation. Then they'll be back up to the top. So you really can't predict Blackburn. I'm going to back the home side in this one. Be another tight one. I'll go for a 2-1 home win for the Baggies in this one, though. And then on to Bramall Lane, penultimate game of Game Week 1, where Sheffield United taking on Bristol City. This is a repeat of not too long ago in the playoff semi-final. Of course, Sheffield United absolutely demolishing Bristol City over both legs, and they've got a home tie against them as their first game of the season. I think it'll be a nice comfortable win for Sheffield United. We'll go for a 2-0 home win. I do think Bristol City will also have another great season, challenging for the playoffs. I feel like they may just fall short come the end of the season, but they'll have a good go at it. But in the opening game of the season, it's going to be too difficult in this one, especially Sheffield United being the home side as well. So a comfortable win for all the Blades in this one. And then to finish off, Leicester City against Sheffield Wednesday. I really don't know how this one's going to go. I know Leicester's going to win it, but I don't even know if it's going to be played. Talks of this of Sheffield Wednesday not even turning up to playing the game. Players could refuse to play after not being paid for 3 months. Real off-field problems for Sheffield Wednesday, and it is a shame. Of course, Leicester City's going to win this one, if it's even going to go ahead. I don't even know by how many. I'm just going to go 3-0, but Leicester's going to win this one. To wrap up my Game Week 1 score predictions, if you did enjoy, please do leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are not already, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.